Hey there, Steph here from Barbell Sanctuary. Today I'm starting a new workout and I need a belt squat, and I don't have a belt squat machine, so I'm gonna try to figure something out. What I do have is a landmine attachment that actually doesn't fit my rack. It's made for a more heavy-duty rack. I've had this for a while. I've never used it because it doesn't really attach to mine. I just have a residential rack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to construct a bracket to fit it onto it without having to drill holes onto my rack. And then I'm going to just build two quick boxes that I can stand on, and I'll use like my dip belt to be able to do the belt squats. Let's get started. Okay, so I changed my mind. I'm just going to drill into my rack. I figured, it's steel. What's another hole gonna do? So I grabbed a 1-inch hole saw bit, and if it gets weak, I know enough welders that I can just get some plates to reinforce it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna decide how high I want it. I want it just high enough so that it can pivot. Just gonna mark the center point. I'm all set. All right, so now I got my landmine attachment ready to go. So I'll just put this in. Good to go. But I want to do belt squats, so I'm going to need platforms just to raise it up a little bit. So let's go do that now. Okay, it's a little windy. We're outside now. I'm all about reusing things. We're in my backyard. We just tore down our deck, so I have all these rotten deck pieces that I cut with my chainsaw. Just to be quick and to reuse some materials, I'm going to cut a couple sections that are not as rotten, I guess, and they shouldn't keep rotting because I'm going to have them inside, and I'll use those as my two platforms to step on to do my belt squats or step ups or whatnot for today, because I want to get my workout in as well. I'm just going to cut them real fast and use them as they are, but I'll probably end up putting some sides on and finish them up a little bit nicer later on. Shouldn't have to show you how to build a box. Pretty simple. So you could, if you don't have anything like that, you can use anything. Use some 2x4s, use some plywood, just build yourself a couple boxes that are sturdy. This is a deck with 2x6 bracing, so as long as the pieces are good, it should support me. Okay, so I got two sections here that actually seem decent, so. There, firewood. There. So now I got one step. And I'm just going to make another one. You guys don't need to see that. So I'll make another one, and then like I said, I'll finish the sides up a little bit. Probably just put a sheet of plywood, or cut a piece of scrap plywood that I have in the front and the back so it closes up the box. It's fairly solid, but yeah, see, there's some rot here. I'll just scrape that off, but the wood's pretty solid. I mean, for what it is, there's 3 2x6s. It'll hold my weight, and it'll be split in between 2. Should be high enough to do box squats, we'll see. Okay, so as I tried it out, my platforms that I built are not high enough, so I wanted to build little extensions just to put on top, and I cut these little pieces, but one of the pieces of wood was rotten, and I like to reuse as much as I can, so I'm going to just take the piece of wood off of this that's still pretty good, remove that, and I'm even reusing the nails just to show you. I'm just going to straighten them out and reuse them. It's not only about saving money, it's good for the environment too. I mean, all this stuff is scrap wood. A lot of people would just burn it. I'm burning most of it, the stuff that's really rotten. But I'm going to reuse as much as I can. See, look at that, one hit and the rotten piece came out, but the nails are all there. So I'm just going to hammer them through so then when I put the new piece, I can reuse the nails too. And as I took the deck apart, I actually saved all my deck screws, so that'll save me a lot of money when I build my new deck. This counts as cardio, right? So like I said, still got all my nails. Straight nail. This is not the first time I've reused a deck for something. I remember as a kid, our favorite place to hang out was a camp that we built out of my dad's old deck. I remember we got permission from my friend's dad to build the camp on his land, and my dad took his four-wheeler and he drug all the rotten pieces, everything to that land, and we spent the whole summer pulling nails out of boards, cutting them with a handsaw, and we built this deck that we hung out in for 5 to 6 years, I'd say. It's probably still there. Good as new. Nice and solid. The other one. Would I put this in a commercial gym? No. But it's my gym. So. Okay. Alright, so I'm all done now. As you can see, I'm drenched. It's not because I was working out, it was just building, going outside, in and out. It's very, very muggy today. Anyway, I'll show you my final product. I'm very happy with it. It cost me $0. You saw how I did the landmine. I built my steps. I just added a 2x4 on top of the step just to go a bit higher. These are nailed on. This is not though, it's removable, so I can use these as steps. I just have 90 pounds right now. I put 2 collars on, and then I have a sleeve that I can actually hook a chain to. You don't need one of these. I got this on Amazon for 40 bucks or something. Otherwise, if you don't have it, you can just make a loop with your chain and slide it in that way. And I put 2 collars on just to keep it forward a little bit. And then I'll step up onto my plate. And I built this little handle lever that will hold the weights there while setting up. So I put it down. You just get a little ways to stand up for the first one. Remove. It's just an L I created. And I just put it down where I can reach it. Right there. And then I can start my sets. Done. Put that back there. And unhook. I might screw that bottom plate down. If the weights knock it, it moves it. I'm not too worried. I mean, safety wise, I'm not under anything, so if it goes down, I'll fall down. I'm sure it'd hurt myself, but it wouldn't be too bad. So, alright, so that's how you make a safety squat setup for free. If you have a landmine attachment, if you don't have a landmine attachment, you could just put the weights on your belt. You don't even need the landmine attachment. It just makes for a smoother movement. So to load the bar, you have to brace it from behind, because with my stand that I have there, it'll be in the way from loading. You just take a 2x4, put it under, you lift it up, and you prop it up that way. Then you can take it off and you're good to load the front of the bar. Then all you do is you put it back. Once you're done loading your brace, pick up your 2x4 and you put it back down. That's it. It's easier with the longer your 2x4, you use it as a lever. But that's how you load it up. If you like the video, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like DIY gym stuff. I love adding new gear to my gym. I don't like spending money. So, alright, we'll see you guys next time.